Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm doing like a chit chat, get ready with me kind of video, and it's all going to be a green beauty product that I'm going to use in this video. So I'm not entirely sure kind of what look I'm going to go for. I've just gathered all my green beauty stuff down here to play with, and yeah, so if you'd like to see the look that I will come up with, then please keep on watching. Okay, I think I'm going to start with face first today, so I'm going to take my 100% Pure Luminous Primer. This is 100% my favourite primer. That is green beauty ever. If you've got any recommendations for other primers, do let me know, because I do feel like I need to explore. Oh, and you may notice I now have a fringe, which I literally had cut just before filming this video, so I'm kind of just getting used to it. I can have it kind of full fringe style if I wanted to, kind of like that, but I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of the full fringe, so I do quite like to have it so it is kind of parted ever so slightly in the middle. Then I'm going to move on to foundation. I haven't used this foundation in a while, so I thought I'd crack it out. It's the Beauty Without Cruelty foundation. It's the light coverage foundation, so I'm going for, like I said, obviously quite a light coverage today. This is in the shade Fair, but it is just a bit too dark for my skin tone, but because it's a light coverage, it doesn't matter too much, because I just don't put too much on, and it kind of is fine. I just make sure I take it a little bit further down the neck. People seem to really enjoy my Strictly Come Dancing series, which is amazing, because I have to say it does take a lot of time, those videos, trying to get everything together. Like the makeup portion isn't too difficult for me, because I do love playing with makeup and coming up with ideas, but it's more like the hairstyles, because I'm not that great at hair, and trying to find good outfits for each dance as well. But I'm having a lot of fun at doing it, and you seem to, like I said, be enjoying it, which is amazing. Okay, so that's foundation portion done. Like I said, it's light coverage, it's just given a little bit of evenness to my skin. Obviously all my spots are still showing, but I'm going to go with concealer now and kind of sort all that out. So I'm going to take the 100% Pure Fruit Pigmented Concealer. I think mine's in the shade White Peach. I'm going to pop a little bit under my eyes. I'm not going with anything too heavy on the skin today. I think kind of on the chin area. And then anywhere else I have a bit of redness going on. Just going to take my Real Techniques Dulux concealer brush and just blend everything in. Okay, so that's the concealer all buffed in. As you can see, some of the darkness from the spots is still showing through, but like I said, I want to go for kind of a lighter coverage on my skin, and I'm trying, although I am putting makeup on my face, I am trying to give my skin a little bit of a break down here, so I don't want to put too many layers of concealer on there, so I'm just going to leave it for now. I don't mind too much if some of the darkness is showing through, as long as the majority of it is kind of concealed, that's fine with me. I am going to go with powder and set that in place. I'm going to go in the RMS and powder. I've actually got a couple of RMS beauty products to try in this video that I haven't yet, from actually that green beauty one I did ages ago. I just never got around to trying those things out. So I'm going to take some of that powder and just set under my eyes to prevent any creasing, and obviously pop some on my chin to set that in place. So I'm not going to set any of the rest of my face, because I do like a slightly luminous finish to the skin. Okay, so then moving on to bronzing. Well, I'm actually going to be contouring / bronzing. So I've got a few RMS beauty products to try out. So this is the Contour Bronze from RMS. Now in that green beauty haul, I said I wasn't sure how I felt about this product, because it's got a kind of metallic finish to it, which for contouring I'd rather use matte. I just prefer mattes, because you're meant to be creating shadows, and I just feel like if you had metallic there, the sun's going to hit, isn't going to work. For bronzer, yes, it will work, but I feel like it's quite a cool toned looking product to be a bronzer. So I'm just gonna have a go. I'm getting more, like I said, bronze rather than contour with this product, and we'll just see how it kind of works. So I'm gonna take my expert face brush for this. I'm just gonna swirl it in there. Just tap it off on the back of my hand to see how pigmented it is. It doesn't look that pigmented actually. I'm just going to buff this into the skin. Okay, I'm pretty sure nothing came off then. That's better. I'd say it's definitely the right shade for contouring for me. For my skin tone, it is on the cooler side, which is perfect. But I feel it does have a slight, not metallic finish, that's probably the wrong word to use, but a slight sheen to it, which for contouring I don't think works particularly. For bronzer, yes. So I'm just going to kind of pop it in the areas where I'd mainly bronze a little bit, so not quite in the hollows, but like around that area. I think it's a very natural product on the skin. I think it looks really nice. I don't know how it's looking on camera, but I think that looks quite pretty. I mean, it's obviously given some definition. Even if you add just bronzer by itself without contouring, it still adds some definition to the face. Actually, it's quite a nice product. Like I said, still not sure about it for contouring, but for bronzing, I think this is quite pretty. Obviously, I'm not going to have to worry about... Oh, I took quite a bit there. I'm not going to have to worry about doing my forehead because no one can see my forehead. Put some on the apples, like I would a bronzer. Might just blend it a little bit out with my sponge. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this product. It looks really pretty on the skin. I mean, it's given definition definitely, and I think it's sort of warmed up my skin even though it's on the cooler side. I don't know, it's just that slight sheen finish. I just don't know about contouring. Okay, then onto, I'm going to do a little bit of blusher. I'm going to take my Lily Lolo Coralista blusher just here. On my Luxie brush as always, and just a very small amount. Focusing it more on the real tops of my cheeks here. Just to give a pretty flush. Then the second RMS Beauty product that I wanted to try out today is the Luminizer Times Quad palette. So it comes in a beautiful white packaging like this, and then you open up, if I can open up, and you get these 4 shades here. Champagne Fizz, I think. And I'm gonna use my finger for this. I'm going to take that shade and let's just pop some. Ooh, that is pretty. Kind of, you know what it reminds me of? My Kiko Dewy Stick, which has no pigment, no shimmer, no glitter, anything like that. It's just more of a kind of balm. That's what I want to say, a balm texture. So it kind of creates the kind of almost a wet finish to the skin. I think that's actually really beautiful. I'm just going to mix these two together because there's not much pigment to either of them. They're more like I said, a clear kind of balmy texture. And I think the finger works really beautifully with this. I guess you could use your sponge as well, but I'm just going to continue with that. Yeah, I really like that. I'm going to take the Luminizer X here, the one that is more of it does have kind of a white pearlescent look to it. It's still kind of more balmy because obviously it's cream product, but there's more pigment to this one, so it's definitely more of a pearly sheen. So as you can see down the bridge of my nose, you can kind of see the pearly sheen that's coming through, which is really pretty. I'm also going to take a little bit on the Cupid's bow. Not too much pigment to, I mean, there's a bit of pigment to these two, but not really these two. I feel like it's a very universal palette, so any skin tone can kind of get away with it because it is more of that wet finish. There's not so much pigment or glitter or shimmer, it's just more giving that wet look to the skin. I feel like it could be a very universal product to try. It was quite expensive. I can't remember off the top of my head how much it was, but I will leave it linked down below. But I think actually it's quite pretty. It blends in beauty with foundation and everything like that. Gives a really nice dewy finish. Like I said, it's more of a wet finish, which is quite pretty, I think, sometimes. I think this will look quite nice if you put some over the lids as like a wet eye look. I'm not going to do it today because I want to play around, I want to use a different palette, but I actually really like that quad. Okay, so that's the skin portion done. Moving on to the eyes. I know I've played with this palette before, but I kind of mixed it with another palette, so I want to purely play with this one. So this is the Supernatural Mystic palette by Pacifica. So I got this one, I had the embellishment one, I kind of mixed the two, but I'm just going to purely use this one today. So you've got 4 beautiful shades in here. So I'm going to go in with this shade here first. This is the shade Celestial, so it's kind of like a creamy beige kind of colour. It's a little bit of pearlescence to it, which makes it really pretty. So I'm going to take this shade and I'm going to pop it all over the lid. I'm just going to take my 100% Pure E20 brush for this. So I'm just going to pick some up and pop this all over the lid. These are really beautiful eyeshadows. Yeah, so like I said, it's like a creamy kind of beige colour. It has that kind of nice pearlescence through it, so it gives a really beautiful shine to the lids. Moonbeam here, which is like a nice grey pearlescent colour again on my 100% Pure E40 brush this time. I'm going to pick a little bit of this up. I'm going to pop this on the outer section of the lid and a little bit through the crease as well, but not too much. I think I did mention in the previous video when I tried these out, you do need to make sure you tap off your brush because they can get a little bit of fallout. It's just like that, so it kind of subtly deepens up the outer corners of the lid. I'm actually going to take that shade again and I'm going to use that brush I used a minute ago, the E20 from Pure, and run this along the lower lash line as well. Kind of smoking it a little bit. I'm going to take the shade Stargazer here, which is a beautiful kind of violet colour, and I'm going to take it on my little Kiko brush. I'm going to kind of do a smoked winged liner effect with this, I think. I think it looked really pretty. So kind of really focusing it along the upper lash line. Bringing it out just to the edges. And it's a smoky look, so I don't mind if it's not perfectly neat at the end. And then I'm going to run some just along the lower lash line as well. And make sure they connect just there. And just do exactly the same on the other side. Okay, so also let me know what kind of Halloween videos you want. I've already done one on my housemate, flatmate, Emma, which was like a Wonder Woman themed one where I just did, and it was a skull based one, and I know skulls can be quite popular. I've got a few other ideas coming up. I've got one that's going to be up Thursday for you, a bit more of a pop art kind of zombie look kind of thing, which I think, I love pop art zombies, I think they look so cool. But I've kind of tried to, I know they're very popular and a lot of people do them, so I've tried to obviously do a twist on it sort of, to make it a little bit different from everyone else's. I always find Halloween quite hard to be original because so many people do amazing things and it's quite difficult. I've got another idea which I don't think anyone has done yet. I just don't know how logistic it does. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be. I kind of draw out my ideas to see how they work, and I'm not sure how easy it's going to be, but if it does work, it hopefully will look incredible. And like I said, no one's done it yet, so that's my other I've got another idea. But if you've got any specific looks you want me to do for Halloween, just leave them down below in the comments and I will do my best to kind of do those for you. If I'm going to take the shade Opal, which again is like a opalescent pinkish white kind of colour, I'm going to use this to highlight my inner corners. I'm just going to take my finger for this, just pop a little bit in the inner corners. I would normally highlight my brow bone, but in all honesty you can't overly see my brow bone with my fringe, so I'm just going to leave that for now and just do the real inner corners of the eyes. Then I am going to do a bit of winged liner today, nothing heavy, just a quite small flick hopefully. And it's the 100% Pure Black Tea Long Last Liquid Liner that I'm using, in the shade Black Tea, yeah. I really love this liquid liner, it's such an easy one to use. So like I said, I do want it to be quite a small and quite thin as well. Okay, so it's a little bit thicker than I wanted the liquid liner to be, but that's that part done. Now I'm going to go on to mascara. I'm using my Pacifica Stella Gaze mascara. This is such a lovely mascara, and you can really build up to create great volume, and it gives good length and separation. You do just need to be slightly careful on the lower lash line because it is quite a big wand. So that's the eye portion done, nothing too difficult, something quite simple but with a hint of colour in there as well. So the last thing to do is my lips, so I'm going to take the Pacifica Devotion Deeply Devoted Natural Lipstick in the shade Natural Mystic. It's a really beautiful kind of deeper nude colour. Okay, so that is the look complete. Like I said, something quite simple. I just wanted to play around with some Green Beauty products today. So this is kind of the look I came up with. I really love this lip colour. It's kind of a nice deeper brown nude, but not the horrible brown nudes that I don't really like. A nice brown nude, and it's quite autumnal, and yeah. So so like I said, leave requests down below for any Halloween videos that you'd like to see from me, and I'll do my best to do that. And any other videos as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.